show up.
Hello. I don't know what to tell you, Barack. I have no idea where the money went, right?
Wait for that to show
$20
up.
million? Can you tell Beyonce to give me a call back? She can also just wire me. Technically she should pay me back. I didn't even perform. This Offset? I thought you guys broke up. Can I talk to Cardi for a second? Hey girl. Yeah, listen. So here's the thing. I didn't get elected. You didn't help me get elected, and you said you would. So I think that, you should unburden that and give me my money back. Don't hang up on me. I will dog walk you, bitch. Hello. Hey girl. And this is Big Sister General. No, everything is fine. Listen, let me ask you a question. What do you think if you gave me my money back? Hi, Willie. You need a lawyer? Hello. I ruined my knees for that man. Nancy, stop calling me. No, stop calling me. Didn't you retire? You got your own problems, bitch. You need to just. Okay, look, I'm sorry. I take it back. Look, listen, can you teach me about the stock market? I don't know what any of that means. Look, how about I just give you my password and you bet on some stocks for me? I'm in a little bit of a financial pickle. I guess I shouldn't have said that they were at the wrong rally. It's all Big Mike's fault. Hey, Whoopi. Are you bitches hiring? Hello? Predator looking ass bitch.
She plays that part pretty good, actually, to be honest. So I guess she's $20 million in debt, even though she had over $1 billion. I guess
Oh,
it
I
costs a
have
lot
no
to.
idea how much money that she have in debt, but I only know that ever since she, the vice president, and ever since she came out as public servant in San Francisco to California and to D.C., and I know that a lot of people suffer because of her. That's what I know in San Francisco.
Yeah. So you had a little election out there that takes months to count.
Yes.
How's the whole process going for you?
Well, I am in San Francisco, and I don't know who people are watching us right now. San Francisco is known for a sinkhole. People poo and pee. A toilet costs $1.5 million, and people have to hire poo patrol to pick up peas. Peas and poos on the street. And we are known for drug dealing, and we are
Which
known.
is legal, right?
Yeah, well, legalize illegal drug because they can't do it
Well,
anymore.
the
So
pooping and
why don't
peeing's
we
legal, right?
legalize it so people will not be able to arrest it?
Right.
So I remember in 2020, I was outside the White House and protest Kamala Harris, going as a vice president. As a person, she's just as a person. I do not attack her as a person, but I attack her policy, which is no good for an average normal Americans, in America. So because I'm in San Francisco and because I ran for mayor twice, 2018, 2019, and this year 2024, and I am the only Republican in San Francisco against all those wicked policies that birth from San Francisco to the entire nation. So when this person, I admire this person, acted out. And I'm so grateful that we are in America, that we have freedom of speech and you can express what you knew and what you know. and act it out for people to understand. So it's a comedian thing, but in some way it's true. And what we see in the news, what we see in the election, and what we're going through as a supporter for President Trump. I make 3 police report while I was campaigning in San Francisco, and if I make all the report, I think I should have made 10 police report for people who are never Trumpers and hate our nation, hate justice, hate righteousness, and supporting transgenderism. I also received a call and gave me a hateful message, because I talk about and transgenderism in elementary school to poison our kids, to mutilate our kids, to cut our kids' private part, and later on regret it, and a lot of people suicide from that. And I believe I'm the only candidate, Republican candidate, that is not endorsed by the San Francisco Republican Party leaders. You understand?
Yeah.
I think I broke a lot of record by standing up for the children against LGBTQ transgenderism in elementary school and minors. And I got a quite number of people came to my face and say, Ellen, are you telling me that you oppose gay? I go, wait a minute. You did not hear my complete sentence. I'm a mother. I'm a Republican. I'm a social worker. I work with people who are in
It has to do with
trouble.
trans and kids.
I am 100% opposed transgenderism, LGBTQ culture in elementary school and minors. Minor means anybody is not 18 and adult. I am 100% in support of your lifestyle, whoever you are an adult. If you want to be dead, it's your choice. If you want to go to hell, it's your choice. You want to go to heaven, your choice. But I
Leave the kids alone.
I do not want people to poison our kids, especially our kids have innocent heart. That's what I'm against. So I am actively working with Moms for America. It's a organization, Moms
I
for
know.
America, that we absolutely came out and protect our children. I am a mother, and I will not sit silence to the LGBTQ transgenderism agenda that is mutilated our children. I want our populations to grow. We want our population to be healthy, safe, and according to God's will. Okay? A lot of people, Jerry, a lot of people don't know what LGBTQ transgenderism is part of Agenda 2030. They wanted to depopulate our population. They wanted to destroy America. They wanted to. What they did is
Part of the transgender thing is so they don't have kids.
Yeah, that's what it is. That means our world is going to be end faster than when we anticipate. But God told us we should be multiply. One man, one woman, and traditional family.
They want to get rid of the families, and that gets rid of families with no kids.
Yes. So I'm so glad that you. I hope that people understand. I am not. I just want to clarify because I don't want to be attacked and throwing eggs at my face and pouring coffee on my table and giving me a hard time when I'm outside.
You've had a little bit of that happen to you, huh?
Yes.
They
like
get
I said,
triggered.
yes, I believe that these are demonic demons in certain people's lifestyle, and they see me, they see God in me, they see the light in me. The Bible said we are the light, we are the salt for the world, and Jesus himself said, I am the way, I am the truth, I am the light. So I am a follower of Jesus. I believe what the Bible says. I believe that Jesus is Son of God, and I believe that Jesus is the light. Therefore, I am the light for the children to stop mutilation in the children in America. It is the satanic agenda to destroy America. So I'm not going to back down, and I'm not going to give up. But I wanted to make a statement when people watch me. Don't cut me off and take a little bit over here.
Don't edit.
I am. If you are an adult, and when I say an adult is 18 years old, The law, the Child Protective Law said the parents must protect their kid until they're 18 years old. And if you wanted to smoke cigarette, you have to be 18 years old. If you wanted to drink, you have to be 21 years old. If you go to gambling, going to casino, you have to be 21 years old. So I'm urging all the people watching me right now.
But you don't have to have an ID to vote in California, right?
Exactly. But let me
It's
finish the
stupid.
statement.
Okay.
If you're 18 years old, you want to cut your private part from men to women, half women, half men, it's your choice. If you choose to go to hell, it's your choice. You want to go to heaven, it's your choice. But I have not, I have an obligation as a mom, as a Christian, to protect our minors being mutilated and cut off their private part before they're 18 years old. And when you vote, you have to be 18 years old. So in California, you do not need an ID to vote. Oh, by the way, Jerry,
Yeah.
We realized that the winning part of Kamala Harris, it's from the no ID cities or the no ID states.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Where all the vote came
if
from.
we require ID for every voters, then she will not have a chance because a lot of those illegal votes. So now you know why there is open border for the last almost 4 years and welcoming illegals to dry our resources. You know what I feel funny about the certain videos is out there that they did what's that called? Experimental. They knock on the door of the Democrats and say, "Oh, you support an open border?" And a lot of people say, "Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We need to take care of people." Then they say, "Here, we got 2 people here, and they're undocumented. They come in through illegal border. They need a place to stay. Here, take them." And then you know what they say? They don't have space.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
not taking care of them. So those are called hypocrites. They're not talking about what they mean, what they say, and taking care of people. So me as an immigrant coming from another country, it's important for people to know if you want to come to America, law and order, fingerprinting, health screening, and if you want to come, it has to be a legal way. That is called immigration. So what we see, open border is not immigration. It's called human trafficking, money laundering, and drug trafficking, and child trafficking. And remember what they say, 350,000 children are missing from open borders. And I believe those are like organ harvesting and adrenochrome, harvesting their body and their blood, and also that child
Sex slaves.
labor. Child labor, I think that's what it is. A lot of people chose to ignore the message, but this is true. I learned it as I campaigning out there. I have people came to my face and report missing people, and every now and then I see missing person posters in downtown of San Francisco. So
Well, a lot of these kids go missing coming over the border. Did you just see this that just broke? They won the lawsuit against Biden and Harris people. 14 states in 14 states. They wanted to make the illegal aliens give amnesty of hundreds of thousands of illegal aliens.
oh, good. I'm so glad that we have lawyers and legal entities and staff sue them because we in America that we suffer so much for the last 3.5 years or almost 4 years now since the
Well, they want to make them
inauguration.
voters too.
Yes. For example, I'm in San Francisco. Many people retire. They don't even get enough money to pay bills and everything. But then you have illegal immigrants coming in. Everything's free. Free shelter, free food, free Medicare, and free education.
Well, you're paying for it.
And yeah, I'm paying for it. Yes, exactly. We are paying sales tax, property tax, income tax, and taxation. Tax us to death and give it to them.
Well, even if they tax someone wealthy, their companies, they're passing that cost down on to you when you go to buy something. That's why inflation's so high.
Yes, exactly. So if people, so this is what I learned, Jerry. So if people are, if people understand what I'm talking about in San Francisco, then you know what I'm talking about. So as a mom, as a woman, I go out to buy stuff, a grocery shopping. 4 years ago, I paid $1.49 for a dozen of eggs, 12 eggs. And during the pandemic, it's $1.99 for 12. And then last year, I still paid $2.49 for one dozen of eggs, 12 eggs. But now I have to pay $3.50 for 12 eggs. The same thing with gas in California. I remember when Trump was president, we paid $3.25, $3.50, but now we are paying $4.75, $4.99. Some places like $5.55, $5.75. It depends on what location. So if people don't feel the pain, then I ask you a question: who are you? Because I feel my pain as a mom, as a mom taking care of families. Because my dollar become 60 cents, my dollar 40 cents. If you talk about all this inflation,
They want you dependent on government so they can control you.
exactly. So I also did, as I campaign in San Francisco, I was invited to different organizations and nonprofit is to tour them. So one of the place is the food bank, San Francisco food banks. According to them, they said they had about 30,000, 3 and 4 O's, 30,000 food pantry recipients in San Francisco and Marin County that they depend on the government. And you look at the food, most of the food is expired or about to expire. And the poor people get those food. And if you go to check out the food, many of them, those food are sugary food, which means sugary food and a natural food is not the original food, or food has no seed. You understand? I was born and raised as a farmer, so God gave us seeds to grow grapes, squash, cucumber, banana, anything that has seed, because the seed is regrowing, regrows. Just like egg, chicken, egg, chicken. However, when they change the GMO, then you know something is wrong with the food products. So I also pay attention to many of the grocers outlets, especially the poor neighborhoods. You go inside, a lot of sugary stuff, a lot of sugar, not natural sugar.
Yeah, it's
Those
bad
are
for you.
man-made sugar. Let me explain what man-made sugar and natural sugar. Natural sugars are, if you eat a banana, it has sugar. It's natural. If you eat a grape, those are natural sugar. But a man-made means you put a lot of sugar in, for example,
Not
Sprite,
natural.
7-Up, Coca-Cola. I'm just giving you those man-made sugar in it. And if you keep doing so, and you create a lot of health issues like diabetes, hypertension, and any other problems that created.
Blood pressure.
For sure, yeah. So I guess today I wanted to share something about what happened to the election process in San Francisco. But because I'm on the street.
All of California is real bad.
In California, yes. California. So this is what happened. November 5th, it's election day. The election time ended at 8 o'clock, okay? 8 o'clock in San Francisco. I don't know about other cities. So 8 o'clock, the campaign ballot ended at 8 o'clock, and then they need time to pick them up from 37 drop boxes and 501 polling stations throughout the city. Yet, see, I was in the poll watch. I was watching at Pier 31. Pier 31 is in San Francisco. It's near the Seed. So I was there with my other poll watcher, and we are monitoring how they count the vote. So this is what happened in San Francisco. We arrived. Remember, we were told you were not able to see until after 9 o'clock. Remember, the polling closed at 8 o'clock, and then they have to pack and somebody
Ship them over.
driving a government car to pick up the ballot, and then they ship it to the Pier 31, and then they have to unload them and then count them. However, so this is the problem. We were there at 9:30, at 10 o'clock and 10:30. Many of the ballot is still not open. The vans and the cars coming in to drop the ballot. However, the wicked people already say, "Oh, Kamala Harris won California." You see?
Yeah.
And then so-and-so won San Francisco. I said, wait a minute. The ballot's not even open.
Yeah.
So today I went to San Francisco election office. So as you can see, I just show it so people know. So this is report number 1. Report number 1, they open it. Report number
Finally.
1, it's on election day at 9 o'clock, okay? 9 o'clock. And then you have report number 3, that is after the polling places. You see that different places? So today we still have 150,000 vote that still have not counted yet. I'm talking about San Francisco. This is
Won't
report
they run
number
them through
4.
machines to count them?
Well, you see that?
Yeah.
Report number 4. I just want to show people that what I'm talking to you. So today, I went to the election office with my complaint. So let me talk about my complaint in here. So people in America will know. How do I know? This is the third time I run for mayor. 2018, my
You know what the
first
process
time.
is, yeah.
I learned experience. 2019, I gained experience. 2014, this is my third time I run for San Francisco mayor. So this is what I found out. So my question is, who are the contractors hire the non-English speaking, undocumented people counted our votes? Because when we arrived in Pier 31, they were using Spanish instructions talking to the workers. And so I talked to the staff. So who are those people? They said they are contracted by a contractor to hire them,
Outside one,
undocumented, Spanish speaking, counting our votes. So that's my question. Number 2, we know that we have not end the counting of ballots. Like I said, 150 ballots need to be counted. Yet
150,000, you mean?
150,000.
1,000, yeah.
150,000 ballots still not count because
Yeah,
according to the report.
your state takes like a month to count them.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
don't
you
they
see
have
that?
machines that count them, or do they sit there one by one counting them by hand?
Now, I don't know the whole detail because I just want to bring a point to the voters. Understand how San Francisco.
I was just wondering why it takes so long.
Yes, because if they cheated, so this year,
They want to see
2024.
how many they got to make up.
Exactly. So this year, November 2024, we have about 100 people coming out to run for office in San Francisco for 13 positions: the mayor, 6 board of supervisor, the DA, city attorney, so whole 9 yards. 13 positions, about 100 people came out and run for office. So remember, I show you. I have to show it slowly so you understand. So report number 1, it's November 5th, election day at 9 o'clock. And then you have election day as we go on, report number 3, okay? And then today I went to the election office. I said, what report number are you today? They said, report number 4. So if the report is still counting so many ballots and so many in the process, but you have already people say, oh, I won the process already, or who's going to win, and they arrange it. So it tells me that the puppet masters, the deep state, the shadow government, dog money, the leaders, they are behind the scene negotiate what's going on. So that's one thing. I'm just throwing out for people to...
Yeah, you have ranked choice voting out there too. So how do they do that so fast?
Yes. So I also want people to know, in San Francisco, I went to the election office and asked, how many ballot versions that do we have in San Francisco? Guess how many?
One, there should be.
83.
83 different types of ballot?
Yes. So
ballots?
in San Francisco, we have 83 versions of ballot, which means we have 83 different kinds of ballot for people to vote. So for example, I'm running for mayor. I see my name in number 2, number 4, number 7, and the last one. So my question is that, does the machine know that I am Ellen Lee Zhao running for mayor, but because we have 83 versions of voters, and how do people vote and how people vote and how it counts? You get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. It's so kind of confusing with that ranked choice voting. I got
So the
a
other
question I
question,
want to ask for you.
the other question, I'm just sharing with people and how San Francisco corrupt the system for 59 years, that there's no other party other than Democrat Party, and they are the same snakehead people and the same George Soros Foundation money and same Act Blue people that representing the dark side of the dark side. So my other question is that, why the city pays so much money to contracted private contractors to hire only the undocumented Spanish-speaking workers to count our votes. Why?
You know what they're going to do? They're going to call you a racist.
Well, I am not talking about races. I'm talking about
Yeah, I know. That's what they're
why
going to do.
why can they not hire people who are legalized workers, who are Americans, instead of undocumented, contracted Spanish-speaking workers? Why can't they hire Chinese-speaking? Why can't they hire Tagalog-speaking? Why can't they hire Russian people, but only
Well, the
Spanish-speaking?
default language should be English here in America. The
Well,
default language.
I'm just sharing with people, but a lot of people are ignorant. A lot of people chose not to look at the reality about why that we only have one party in control in San Francisco. So the other question, this is what I learned. By law, this is the law, election law. All the ballots, all the voting votes from the drop-in ballot and the 501 polling places, all the ballot supposed to be picked up and dropped off by two people per
That were certified
vehicle
for. Yeah.
to prevent corruption.
Yeah.
So when
Okay,
we
so
did
there's
polling,
one person watching the other one, and the other one's watching. I know what you mean.
yes, but in San Francisco, we only have one driver per car, and it's not a governmental car. It's a rental car, according to them.
Wow.
So my question is that
Why
not
they're
use the
wasting money?
police car, the sheriff car that they're owned by the government? We wanted to know how come the government do not have two people per vehicle that is owned by the government for security purposes. So that's the question people need to learn and know. Okay.
Yeah, they could even use Brinks trucks or something, you know. So,
Okay, the other one, yes, the other one, by law, all the container, all the ballots should be inside a locked box container.
they're not
But
even
you
locking
go
them,
to
huh?
Pier 31, not all the ballots are locked in a container. It's pretty open, a ziplock, and you zip it up and it's open. And I'm not sure the people who pick up the ballot are government employees or not. So that's my question. Because you have to sworn in to protect the votes and the voters. I'm talking about when they pick up and drop off the votes. So that's
Right.
another question. The last question, I went to the election office today, and I wanted to know how many of the vans and vehicles that is rented, pay off by the city with the license plate that it says Arizona, Texas, New York. You know what I mean?
Yeah, from all
So
over.
because a lot of people don't care and don't pay attention. I learned it from election integrity that we were training how to watch polling. So I was there. I was talking to the staff, and the answer is, oh, I don't know about that one. I might get back to you on that one, and whole nine yards. So today I went to election office. I actually, this is my complaint. See the date right here. The date. Let me see if I can say the date right here. Okay, this way. So the date. You see that today, November
Now,
7th.
how soon does that get? Is it going to take years to get that figured out, or what? What is that?
I asked this question. I just want people to know. I came from a communism country. My parents brought me here as a teenager. I went to high school in here. I went to college for 10 years. I have 3 college degrees. I worked for the government for almost 20 years before they fired me for not, this. I don't want to be censored because I got censored.
Yeah.
So the question is, if you're in San Francisco, why San Franciscans, you continue to accept the same garbage, same failing leaders with the same agenda 21, which means the new world order, the globalist order to kill San Francisco by test San Francisco. A lot of people still don't understand what I'm talking about, but we learned that San Francisco is controlled by communism, the globalists. They put election as a process to select, which means before the process begins, They already know who's going to select it, so they are behind the scene
Keep the
talking.
fixes in out there.
Yeah. So the question
Yeah.
is, hey, Ellen, how do you know? Well, this is my third time I'm running. I am running for San Francisco
Mhm.
mayor, and through my process, we have 13 people running for mayor. As you can see from the ballot, I didn't make it up. You see the ballot, 13 people on the ballot, plus write-in candidates,
And
but
plus, you have ranked choice voting.
plus the win choice. But
So
the
do you have
media,
any idea how well you're doing or not doing yet, or what's the
oh,
score on that?
so right now at this moment, I'm not looking at the result. I don't, because I know that it's all fixed. It is selected.
Hmm.
So because I support Trump, because I campaign with Trump flat, and Trump 2024, Ellen 2024, and if I'm a mayor, if Trump is a president, yes, we can make a huge differences impact to end the snakehead and end this globalist in San Francisco City Hall. However, because I have been censored, and all those mockingbird liar media say pick this file, pick this file. I call them criminal files. Obviously, every most of the debate, more than maybe 200 to 20, 20 debates for the mayor, we were not allowed to go in. So I
Yeah.
had,
Well, you're a Republican. Only Democrats are allowed in, right?
well, I was there. So, for example, my very own union, SEIU 1021, my own union. It used to be my own union. I pay almost 20 years for my membership. So
Mhm.
when they have a town hall meeting, I went outside. I said, I want to be part of the town hall meeting because I pay my candidacy paper. I am a qualified candidate. And they
Mhm.
said, we don't support Democrats. We only support Democrats. We don't support Republican.
Mm.
Okay,
So they
so
won't
I'm not
allow you,
allowed to go in,
allow
even
you to
it's
be part of the thing.
my own union. So when I go to the education, the public school, they invited people like, how do you save the school? How do you save the kids? San
Mhm.
Francisco, we had proposed 13 schools to be closed, and then so I was outside. They said you're not allowed, you're not invited, you're not qualified.
Yeah.
So we were protest outside the school, and the person in charge came to my face and say, this is your place. You stay there. You're not allowed to go there, there, there. You know what? I had the moment. I lost it. I said, this is America. This is an open election. And this is a public street that I'm here to protest. That you lie to the public. Only 5 people, 5 criminals running for mayor, when we have 13 people qualified on the ballot for mayor. So I tell
Mhm.
them to leave me alone.
And it wasn't
See,
because you came in second last time. You should have been on the debate stage, so they can't say it has to do with the
oh,
poll.
they said I'm not
Someone asked
qualified
about the
because
prop out there.
they said they only welcome Democrats.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
That's
so
pretty
my question.
wrong.
So my
So
question.
someone asked about the prop out there. How did the prop went down? Does that count for San Francisco? It
What
means
do you mean
about
the
them not
prop? What do you mean the
about robbing.
propositions?
Yeah, the one about robbing. I thought they were turning that back this now. You can't steal everything. $950 now out
Yes, yes,
there.
yes. So I believe the proposition passed by 70%, which means a good news. So here's the catch.
Does that count for San Francisco though?
Yes, yes. So Jerry, this is the catch. Listen, you need to do calculation, okay?
Yeah.
California passed Proposition 36K, which means you cannot be not a felony if you keep stealing less than $950. That was the
Well, who's going
reform.
to know exactly how much you're stealing? No one you're stealing it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Yeah, so they're getting away with more than $1,000 often.
Yes. So here's the catch. Proposition K passed as of last night. Say 70% people, yes, we need reform, and 70% pass. Now here's the question: if 70% pass
Thirty
for
percent
that
want to be
law
able to steal it.
to reform about stealing, then why we have so many people not
Yeah,
vote for Trump? You see
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
Because people who vote for the same proposition, they were most likely to vote for Trump.
Yeah,
You
I'd
get
say
it?
every 100% of those people. Yeah.
Yes. So that's one question people should think about. The other question, let me throw it out there because as I watching the poll. So remember when Obama ran for president and he won, and the vote is similar to Hillary Clinton, and similar to Kamala Harris for 2024. However, going back
Biden.
to 2020,
You got millions more votes.
they
It's because
have
they had the drop boxes where they could just stuff the boxes.
they have 15, 50, 15, 15,
Million
15 million more
more votes.
ballots
Yeah.
than what they show in
An extra
2024
25%. Yeah.
and 2020. Okay, 2012, 2016, and 2020 and 2024. So
Yeah, all of them were around 60 million or so. And
Okay.
all of a sudden he was like 80 million.
okay, and remember we see in the news for 2024, some of those
21.
places they burn the drop boxes because they know it's Republican for Trump. And they also stop counting in the middle of the night, so they have emergency court order to not able to
Stuff
stop
more.
it. continue to count until they finish. So so this is my feedback. This is my reflex. As an immigrant, as a mother, as a Christian, and as a public servant for almost 20 years, if the Democrats continue to support open border, if the Democrat continue to support illegal drug legalized, prostitution legalized, killing unborn babies legalized, and illegal drug and everything, the immoral, no moral policy that they love. So this is what I want people to hear me out. Do you understand that you are not a regular person? If you keep this immoral policy that's supported by satanic leaders, they pretty much work for Satan, because a normal person will not keep killing little babies and do not allow them to be born. And then they create the laws, go to school and mutilate, cut private part of kids, tell them to transgender.
Was abortion on your ballots out there? You had a lot of things on your ballots. Abortion,
yes. In San Francisco,
stuff.
we had a Proposition O. Proposition O as in Oscar. They meant to use money to kill more little babies up to before birth. That's Proposition O. And you know who publicly saying, supporting it? Landon Breed, our current mayor, and say, yes on O. That's what she publicly acknowledged, and everywhere that the people who supported her, and yes on O. You know who no on O? Me, Ellen.
Yeah, you're the only
no
one that was.
On O, no more abortion by our public money. So this is what I wanted to for people to think, because I have a lot of hates toward me and calling me names, calling me racist, calling me terrorist, calling me
That's
going
just
back.
to shut you up.
Yes. So this is what I am sharing with people. Now, how do you get pregnant? You have sex. So if you have sex, it's not a governmental problem. You have sex, it's your private life. You cannot use your private life and ask me, a property owner and a taxpayer, to pay your sex activities.
Do you see where all these girls are shaving their hair now, and they're not going to have sex for 4 years? That'll cut down the abortion then. That's what they're going to do.
So I just want people to think about what I face as a mom and as a conservative Christian, that I am pro-life. I against using my taxpayer money to kill little innocent people, because that's not what a normal human being would do. But you have the Democratic Party, the Democratic leaders continue to have all those sick policies to create homeless, create drug dealing, create abortion clinics, and use all those.
I think they want that, though. They don't want to solve the problem.
Remember what happened, Jerry?
They want to money launder, send money out like they do for the homeless. They want to waste money so they get kickbacks.
Yes, and they want homeless. Remember, 60% of the homeless.
They want the issue, yeah.
60% of the homeless from San Francisco are not from San Francisco. And California is the #1 homeless population because they love the homeless. They use the same homeless to do the same thing over and over. So that's what I said. When I become a mayor, I will have fingerprinting, facial recognition, and anger monitor for those people who are drug offended, and also anything that is illegally in with the law then and also with the people who are receiving homeless help, all this money they're spending on them to prevent repeating using one person to receive 10 different nonprofit money. You get it?
Yeah,
When we don't,
you're paying by tax dollars. So someone asked if are they really going to enforce that thing of no stealing now of any amount, or did they just change the amount on the vote?
well,
Is San Francisco going to follow it?
so here's my understanding. We just passed a law, Proposition 36,
Yeah,
and we will wait until January 1st, 2025
so they
to
can steal into
enforce it,
them.
and we
Yeah.
will see.
Now,
Excuse
do they
me.
have a thing where you can still do up to $50 or $100 or something like that? Is there a certain amount that it's changed to, or is it like
Um,
you steal anything you can be arrested now?
like I said, because we are not able to enforce the law until we have the district attorney and city attorney on board. In
Yeah,
San
that'll push
Francisco,
it. Yeah.
because we are so left with the same sick leaders behind the scene, pay to
Hmm.
play, and controlling the outcome, I will
But you
not
better not
know
pray by abortion clinic, or you'll get arrested, right?
exactly. You know, so my own experience about 2 months ago, or maybe 2.5 months ago, I was with a church group. So we were praying outside Planned Parenthood in San Francisco. I got two people came out. One, it's a young man, and telling us to get lost. And the other one is a young woman, young, came out and give us a middle finger and using profanity. So I was thinking like, we are peaceful makers. We had to pray and for God to open heaven, open the door to save people. And accordingly, in San Francisco, we have pro-life group save. This is the statistic. I believe it's in September. In September, we were able to prevent 21 life about to be able to born with options. Because a lot of those people lie to people. Oh, you're not able to take care of your kid, and you have to kill your kid. And we know that killing kid it's a sacrifice to Baal, which is Satan. Satan loves to kill life, and God loves to save life. That's why God is pro-life. So for people who are pregnant, for people who have sex, and they not accidentally, they have sex, they willingly. So when they are pregnant, and all those lies keep telling them, they use the baby parts to do experiment. There's certain vaccines they use, excuse me, certain of the I hope this is not censored. They're
Mhm.
using baby tissues, lung tissues to make them. Okay?
Yeah.
Um, so if you do not
Fetal tissues. Yeah.
But remember that in San Francisco, that the Planned Parenthood, we have an undercover, the journalist David. I forgot his last name, David, and he was arrested by Kamala Harris. Raided his home when he was doing undercover how they killed the about to be born baby with heart and soul and everything, and then they use it for experimental and they sell them for money. And he was doing the journalist part to expose them, and instead of stop them killing the little human beings,
Mhm.
and he was arrested and detained. That is Kamala
They use
Harris.
those parts. Mister Fix It. How does that work out there? Asking about free drugs out in California. They're giving them some free drugs,
Yes.
and in Hawaii they get tickets or something for them or something.
So, San Francisco, California, we had 13% of the population. We had about 40 million people.
They're giving
And
them free drugs.
hang on,
They're
hang
paying
on.
for
I,
it.
I want to describe the situation because I don't know who's watching.
No, I'm trying to understand
California,
what they're asking.
California, we have 58 counties, 482 cities. San Francisco is a very unique city. It's city and county, and we, the government, public health, giving free needles to drug dealers and drug abusers to support them. The current mayor has been allocated to open free illegal drug site injections. I was the one. Opposed her. I was the one report to federal government, asked to arrest her because illegal injection site is illegal because the drugs, illegal drugs are still illegal no matter
So
who
if
you
you're a
are.
druggie, you'll vote for the Democrat because they'll keep your needles coming, right?
So this is what I learned, Jerry. the Democrats are not for the people, you and me, anybody who want good life. The Democrats using our public money for their own private leadership gain, so they keep their power, repeat in the same different positions from one position to another. It's for
Really?
them. They abuse our public money for them to gain power, to abuse us, which means they corrupted the system for the business and people who work and abuse their public income tax, and then they give it to the people who are willing immorally doing a lot of illegal things, and that's how they plot the system, how they corrupt the system. I never pay attention to the government until I was in a situation. Wait a minute, why the governmental leaders continue to supply free illegal drugs, illegal needles, and keep abusing the homeless and refuse to end homeless in San Francisco? That's how God opened my eyes to see them. I mean, that's why I'm running for mayor the third time, because somebody need to stand up for the unborn little human beings. Somebody need to stop them from abusing the homeless people. Well, that's why
Yeah.
I'm
But
running for
Mr.
mayor. Yeah.
Fixit says that California used to give them plane tickets to go to Hawaii so they could get their drugs and stay out there. The homeless druggies.
Oh, in San Francisco, we have called a return home program. A return home program. If you're from another city, another state, they will buy you a ticket or a bus ticket or airplane ticket to go back home, so they can save money, not for you to spend all
Oh,
this money
well,
in San
they were
Francisco.
sending the druggies and homeless over to Hawaii for a while. I suppose they didn't like it, but you were paying for it though.
Yes. But here's what happened. I learned from Hawaii. So I was in Hawaii last year, May 2023. I was there for about 10 days. So when I was there, I'm a social worker. I'm a pretty, also talking to local people, because I was doing a lot of revival work in Hawaii with local pastors and church people. And then I asked them about the homeless. The homeless in Hawaii, the business and the government create a program that they try not to allow homeless in certain areas. So everybody, most of the people, not everybody, most of the homeless has been taken care of by the money created by homeless and the government. If
Yeah,
it works in
they're getting
Hawaii, it
government
should be
money,
working in
federal
San
government.
Francisco. But San Francisco is a different animal, because we have politicians. They are purposely pay and bought into the government to take down San Francisco as a model city for the immoral thing. Yeah.
So, do you know who Susie Wiles is? I guess that's going to be Trump's new chief of staff for
Oh,
all the
good for
people out there.
them.
Do you know? Do you know of her?
I have no idea, but if Trump picked her, I believe that Trump had a good
I guess he
reason.
worked on her 2016 and 24 campaign. She's really good, I guess.
Oh,
Really smart.
I have to trust Trump's preference. I believe, because Trump is 78 years old. What can you not learn as a 78 years old as a
Yeah,
successful
pretty
business
wise by
person?
then.
Yes,
I guess
yes.
she's not too young either. But that's probably a good thing. So
Oh,
that's her right there in the green.
let me share you my public
All
video.
right.
Are you able to see my screen?
I'm going to pop it up. Hold on. I got to take this one down first.
Okay.
All right.
I believe that President Trump had a good pick. Okay, right here.
Yep. Go
Okay,
ahead. You can play it if you want.
okay, play it.
Everyone's seen this, but go ahead.
Yes. My name is Ellen Lee Zhao. I am running for San Francisco mayor. I am a Republican. I am a pro-life mother. I am a family social worker. 2024, you have one chance to turn San Francisco around. Vote for me. Together, we will end drug dealing and homelessness, and we will make San Francisco safe and clean. So I want people to know.
Now, how can they count these ballots for all the things for the jab, or not the jab, for the homeless, for the stealing, but they can't count your votes?
I don't
Why?
quite understand your question. How can they count the what vote?
How can they count for the ballot, the things on the ballots? How can they have a thing for Trump already figured out, a thing for Kamala Harris, all that, but they haven't
Exactly.
counted
We
yours?
we
They're
the
looking
San
at the same
Franciscan.
ballots.
You're right. Remember, I was in the polling watcher place, at 10 o'clock, at 10:30 at nighttime, and all the ballots still on the way coming from the polling places and the drop boxes. We have 37 drop boxes in San Francisco and 501 polling places. And as the people getting the ballot to come in, and it's not even open yet, and they already announced Kamala Harris won California. Do you get it?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. So how do they know the provision passed when they haven't counted most of those?
that's what I mean, because remember, right before the election begins, and Gavin Newsom and issue an order that anyone who asks ID will be prosecuted in California. You get it? So that means,
that's not legal.
well, it's illegal. We had a lawyer in the L.A. area and challenged that illegal part, because if you go to any places, you require your ID. You go to the airplane, ID. You go to the library, ID. You make a police
Get on a
report,
plane, ID.
Yes. So if people in California, San Francisco, you still not stand up for what God giving to us, the freedom. God gave us life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. But if you're being silent, allow
Did
them.
you know that Trump won all the states where they require ID, and Connie Harris won all the states where there is no ID for voting?
Yeah, that just prove them they're doing election fraud.
There's
That's what it
stuffing
is.
extra ballot, extra votes in there.
Yes. So I am just praying that when President Trump get into the office, that he will be enacted, have the border secure, and all those illegal criminals. I'm talking about that. You remember what we learned from the media? A lot of those criminals, they're drug dealers and rapers, and from other places, and coming here, they clear their jail, and then they come here illegally. And I don't know why they're so welcoming in here, when many of the incident that they kill our own very American people in America. So, and I also wanted to respond to, because when I was campaigning on the street, I got challenged by people. They say, Ellen, this is America. We supposed to have an open heart. It's a sanctuary state.
For all the illegals, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they said. I said, wait a minute.
They don't believe there's any limit on how many illegals can come and get free stuff. Huh?
Exactly. I said, wait a minute. When I came to America, when my parents brought me here, we waited for 10 years of immigration process, and I have to do health screening. I have to do everything background check, make sure that I am a person who will contribute to this country before I can come. Now, right now, the mafias, the gangsters, the snakeheads, they go to other countries, they set up ads, they talk to people. You know what they say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come to America, free education, free housing, free jobs, free everything, and you only pay.
But you got a homeless problem.
The snakehead, charge people money, and they take them across the border once they're in here, because some people not able to pay them back the money that they pay to come to America. So they become slavery. They have to work in restaurants, sweatshops, and anything illegally. And many people work in as a sex workers to use their body to earn money and pay the snakehead or the gangster back. Who tell you the stories in mainstream media? The Mockingbird media is not telling you, but if you go to the community and you will hear these horrible stories and you will see all these missing kids. So that was why I supported President Trump, because I know President Trump, when he was in office, he gave 2 executive orders about ending child trafficking and human trafficking.
Oh, he was doing that. He was working on that. It was starting to have a dent in it,
Yes.
Because you won't be able to clear that up in 1 week or a month. Or if he got more help, like we really had a secure wall at the southern border, they couldn't get him in as easily. Yeah. Although Biden's been flying people in like crazy.
Yes. I guess at this moment, if you are American in America, then you will protect your own home, right? You don't open your home and not protecting your home, anybody can come to your home. It's the same concept.
Yeah.
You're not open border, anyone can come in, and no regulations, no immigrations, and then why do we have law and order then? So It is important for any leaders. I'm talking about local leaders like mayor, board of supervisors, city councils,
Hmm.
or governor. If you are not protecting your city, your country, then you're not for the people. You're not for America. You should not be in the government. This is my challenge to people.
Hmm.
Because how do I know? Because this is common sense. Look at all these drug dealings. Look at all these prostitutions. Look at those baby killings. Look at those human traffickings and all everything that we have to face. The quality of life we don't see for the last 4 years.
Hmm.
I didn't make it up. It's all common sense for people to complain. You know why?
Mhm.
Why? I don't
Because
get it.
they need the issue so they can money launder. That they take all these billions in and they supposedly send it and spend it, but they really a lot of it's kickbacks. That's how they all get rich while they're in there. Their relatives get rich and everything that that work for the government and that kind of stuff. So
Oh, I believe so. You know what I wanted to thank besides President
that in the
Trump,
stock
a
market.
78-year-old businessman risked his life, risked his family, and came
He
out and
didn't have
said,
to do that.
"Drain the swarm." I love what he said. Drain the swarm, okay? And
Yeah.
the deep state, the shadow government. I learned it from him. And I also want to thank Elon Musk. Elon Musk, ever since he bought the Twitter, that we were able to have a free platform, a free speech, that my account has not been since able to say something that is reality of what I'm
You've got
sharing.
34 people on your Twitter account watching because I can't see it on mine because I can't go live on Twitter. So I
Oh,
can't see what they're saying over there. You might want to look after we're done. We got
oh,
34 people over there watching. I
well,
can see.
well, thank you, people. If you're watching me in my Twitter account, I'm doing live in about 20 platforms, and we
Yeah,
wanted to educate people.
yeah.
If you wanted to have good life, good quality life, stop voting Democrats. I don't care who they are, how much money they have, because Democrat platform is supporting KKK, supporting uh, intent. What is that called?
More corruption,
Corruption, and the Democratic Party
deep
supported
state.
Exclusion Act to
Yeah.
export Chinese back to China. The
Oh,
the
really?
Oh yeah, you didn't know that? I learned it from
No.
history. Okay,
Oh,
remember?
they did in the past. I thought you meant now.
Oh no, a long time ago,
Hmm.
the Democrat Party, out of our own eyes, we seen about 2 months ago, they say no ID voting is legal in America. Remember,
Hmm.
all Democrats, they vote yes, no ID, you can vote. Illegal, it's illegal to ask for an ID when you vote in California. So you know, and this is what also I learned, okay, people? Wake up. San Francisco is not a blue city. San Francisco is a very red, conservative city. How do I know? 35% business people are conservative, 35% property owners conservative, and 37% immigrants conservative. I am only saying one race. Those are Chinese people, Asian people.
Hmm.
And then you have the other people, anyone who want quality of life, are conservative people.
Hmm.
Nobody in the world stupid enough, crazy enough to support illegal activities to be legalized. Do you get
Right.
it?
And that's why
We
they want people to get drugged up and hooked and all that kind of stuff. They want
Yes,
you to dependent on government. You'll
ex-
own nothing and they'll be happy.
that's Klaus Schwab. So
Yeah.
we know
And
the
he'll be happy.
globals. We know the globalist plan. They wanted to destroy America. They can usher in the New World Order government, which is enacted by George Bush Sr. in the 1980s.
It
And
was part of
that's
it,
why
yeah.
they call Agenda 21 in the year of
The New World
2021. They
Order.
wanted to take down America. I was
I
learning
think they're
everything.
losing after this last election. Now, someone asked about your predictions on is Trump going to be able to kind of drain the swamp and we're going to get some people in jail that need to go to jail and he's going to fix the election process. That's got to be fixed too. I
Um,
don't know. A lot of election law, though, is state law. That's the problem, you
Oh,
know?
so when we have the federal election, president is at federal level, and then when we have local level, I believe I have to believe what I see in my eyes and in my own experience. I believe that if San Francisco do not have fair election, when I say fair election means all candidates will have a voice, equal chance to share your platform, then we don't have a United States representing government people in the local city and county of San Francisco, because I run through the third time running for mayor as a Republican, and I saw in my own eye that I have been discriminated by the Democratic leaders, the Democratic Party leaders, that make sure that I am not allowed to be in any debate or debate by control. So can you imagine if people know, wait a minute, there's a Republican candidate running for mayor who is conservative, a social worker, a pro-life mother, you don't think people will vote for me? Because they're so afraid that I tell the truth. So they keep censoring me. You don't see me in the news.
Yeah, they didn't let you have the billboards the last time. They tried.
Well,
to call you
2019,
racist.
they removed my Stop Human Trafficking, Stop Slavery for the homeless. And in about 3 to 4 days, they removed it, took it down, yes. And they call me a terrorist. They call me racist. And I only express my concern that the government leaders create those policies to enslave the homeless people on the street, giving them illegal drugs to drug them, and many people pass away on the street, and many people missing from San Francisco streets. And I, as a mother, as a Christian, as an immigrant, I couldn't help it by reporting the truth to people, and hopefully that people are waking up and not buy the same lie, because it's 59 years there's no other party other than Democratic Party in San Francisco. Yeah. You have something you want to share?
I was reading some stuff that people are posting. I can't see the Twitter. Maybe you can see it. But there's 35 people over there, and I know they're saying stuff. But I'm blocked from seeing live streams there and doing live streams on Twitter. I know it's there. I just can't see it. You know?
Are you able to see my screen right now?
Yeah. Well, you can put your Twitter up, and I can see it then.
No. Right now, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
No. Let me see.
That
That's not the screen I have.
Oh, well, then you got to share a different one to me.
Okay, let me see. I want to see this screen, so I want people to know and what's going on in San Francisco. This, yes, right here. You able to see?
I can add it. Yep. Let me
Okay.
blow it up here.
So as you see in there, mayor candidate Ellen Lee Zhao sues San Francisco to get job back. I was wrongfully terminated in September 2022 because
Over the jab.
I don't say it because I get censored, remember?
The clock
I don't want to be
shot. We'll call it
censored.
clock shot. Then.
They censor my video, they delete my video when I talk about this illegalness, so I don't want to say the word to cost them.
Mm-hmm.
So the point is, our current administration, they spend so much money, I'm talking about legal fees, okay, to defend, make sure that not accepting that thing and not able to go back to work. They spend millions and millions in legal fee to defend, make sure that we don't have a job. So you know how evil these people are. All we did is we want a job so we can pay our bills just like anybody else. But why in the world a government leader makes sure that they hire so many lawyers to fight all those government employees? I'm talking about
it's because they want to
hundreds.
force you to do it in the future too.
Yes. And so I want people to know, to understand, if you in America that you know that we don't have a nation right now. If you in San Francisco, you know that we don't have a government that is represented by the people, for the people, created by the people. In San Francisco, we have a group of globalist tyranny leader who believe in the Agenda 2030. They wanted to speed up to empower them. Kamala Harris is representing the deep state, which is the globalist.
You have the right to do not comply.
Exactly, because our rights are given by God, and our founding father give us the Bill of Rights, the Constitution. We have the right to refuse unconstitutional orders. We don't care who the government is. We don't care who the leader is. As long as they're illegal, we have the right not to accept something is not for the people, not good for you, not good for your children, and not good for your family. So I want people to know, as an immigrant, I fought so hard in the front in the front to stand in the gap for people. And I believe that God is watching us by miraculously welcoming back Trump to finish the job what he started it. Because
So,
Obama was destroying our country, and they
oh,
won
really?
another 8 years by Hillary Clinton, and I was grateful that God interceded. And so now we are going back to prosperity. So I'm hoping in San Francisco that whoever will be the next mayor.
Now, is your suit just you, or is it a group of you suing them?
So in San Francisco, we had about 33
People suing?
governmental employees suing them. 33 cases. I
So it
am
is
one of
a
the
small
33
class.
cases. We have group cases, we have individual cases. So I did
Oh,
an inquiry to the
okay,
city
as
attorney
well.
department. They said about 33 cases actively against the government, not giving them a job back. See, the longer they don't give us a job back, the more damage the
Yep. More
taxpayer have to
money
pay.
and
You
all that
see?
kind of stuff.
You
Now,
see?
someone asked what you think of breaking about the dropping the case against Trump there. What is his name? Jack there that was going after Trump, and the DOJ is
Oh,
dropping that. What's your
be,
opinion on that? You heard about
so
that, right?
my opinion, because Trump is against deep state about child trafficking, illegal policies, and also open borders, and also many of the deep state politicians, once they in office, they forever in office, and they corrupt the system. And now we are learning many of the taxation is illegal. So he's the one teaching us and telling us to get up and fight, fight, fight. And I personally believe what he said. That's why I fought so hard in San Francisco as a candidate, a mayor candidate, as a Republican person, as a mother, as a Christian, as an immigrant, and as an average person, a common sense person. I fought my life. I fought so hard to stay up, and even I lost my job. I lost my job because I do not believe in no consent for medical treatment. You don't lie to the public and telling the public something that they have side effects, side impact, and lie to the public just to take it so you can have a job, just to take it so you can go back to school. Those are lies, okay? Those are not law. Okay? Mandate is not a law. Mandate is a suggestion. So the
Yeah.
government is illegally running a government in San Francisco. So
They're
did you
always careful how they word it when they do it too.
yeah.
And
Did
so,
you
like, we had a proposition here in New York State that a lot of people didn't know exactly what it was. It was called the Equal Rights Amendment, and it got voted in because people didn't know it was a equal rights trans for little kids amendment, where the government could come after the parents if they didn't trans their kids and get the surgery for their kids. And if little Johnny decided he was a little girl in school
yeah.
that the teacher pushed him for, that the school could take him and have him do the surgery without the parents' permission and take that kid away from the parents here in New York State. Some equal rights that was, but people didn't
Oh,
know it. They just seen the title that it was an equal rights amendment, and it was all that bull crap was a part of it. They don't know the details of it, and they don't give you those details. It's so
well,
pees me off. Now parents are going to be going to jail if some teacher teach talks a kid into having the sex change or getting the hormones or starting to call Johnny Joni, that kind of
mm.
stuff.
Remember, I'm the only one in San Francisco as a candidate for mayor that running opposition and no to LGBTQ transgenderism against children. And I also talk about an abortion. I talk about, in California, we had Proposition 3. They wanted to change marriage between a man and woman to animals. Anyone,
Yeah,
anyone.
they're talking
You
about
can marry
furries
a
in
dog or
school
you
now.
can
Yeah,
marry a
the Equal
chicken.
Rights Amendment goes for furries too. You can
Well,
pretend you're a little animal in school.
exactly.
Your parent
So
can't do a damn thing about it. They can go to jail if they stand against that.
So I am urging people, I'm just asking people to stand up for your rights, stand up for your family, protect yourself from tyranny, protect your family, protect your children from mutilation, protect your own life by not complying unconstitutional mandates, because we do have a God-given right in America, right to liberty, right to happiness, It's justice for all. We said it all the time, but you have to exercise it. I exercise it. Even I get fired from my job, I exercise it. I ran for mayor the third time. It's because I know I can create a voice for the voiceless to protect the unborn children, the voiceless who do not understand the Constitution. And I'm pretty good, training in that area, and that's why I stood up. I stood up for what I believe. So I urge people, if I can stand up for you, America, Americans in America, that you should stand up by yourself. Don't be a silent person. Do not surrender yourself to evil. Don't give up. Don't give up to your right. And just because, well, I have to, pay bills, and I have to do this to keep a job. A lot of people dead already. I'm not going to talk about the censorship anymore because I said that they deleted on me. So Jerry,
Yeah.
I look at your
I want to ask Mark something. Who's wrote something in the thing? He said something about they're going to put Trump in the White House without an inauguration. Can you explain, please? Someone
oh
in the audience,
oh. I am not Trump, and I'm not a Trump team in the White House. I cannot answer his question. You
Yeah.
said
I want him to type it in because it's a long thing here.
well, the answer is that because I'm not him, I'm not representing him from the White House. So we have to wait until it happens because Kamala Harris that she considered her election, and she said she will be peacefully transfer
Oh,
that her leadership, her power back to Trump.
prayers are answered that she didn't get in yet. Anyways, oh,
Yes.
I was
Hey,
scared.
I am looking at the computer. Is that the time that you need to end because of timing?
Yeah, in about 5 minutes.
Okay. So
Okay, go ahead. If you
I
want to say
wanted
something
to
closing.
thank the people for my I want to thank my volunteers. My campaign was 100% grassroots. We don't have anybody get paid, and the people who donated to my campaign, we make the differences. And I believed that God hear our prayers, and I believe that America's on the way back to God, and I believe that there's so many people came out and against Agenda 2030, which is the New World Order government that is planned and plotted from San Francisco to New York and all those deep state blue cities and so-called self-identified blue. I don't think that they're blue, okay? Because you talk to people, nobody want all this craziness. Nobody want open drugs on the street. Nobody wanted to see all this peace and truth on the street. Nobody want the criminals come and rob us and we're not able to go outside. And nobody want all this 40% business closed in San Francisco or 60% in downtown. And nobody in the world do not hire people because they didn't take that whatever that I don't want to say it. And the point is,
Watch
we
that.
are in America. We have the United States Constitution. Two things that is important: free speech, you tell the truth. Number two, Second Amendment, you have a gun, you have your God-given right, you protect yourself, not let those evil wicked people that they benefit themselves in office and abusing us. They're telling us not to protect us from the criminals, from robberies, from anything that we are not supposed to be harmed. So protect your children, protect your own self, protect your government, protect your people government, not the globalist government. So I want to thank.
He was saying something about they're trying to cause a civil war. Is what they're trying to cause. The deep state, somewhat.
Oh, I believe that if it happens, it happens. I believe that more and more people are waking up. They understand that for the globalists that infiltrate in our government, all level of government, local, county, state, and DC, all this in there. Many of them they pay and buy into the system, and now more people are willing to protect, to defend. So I believe in second chance. If people did something wrong and then they were blackmail them, because we learned it from the Hollywood Epstein, remember Epstein list? We also learned from the Hollywood Dido. Is it Dido or Didi? The Dido list that with all those sex trafficking, child trafficking, all those the people in Hollywood that related to sex trafficking, drug trafficking, child trafficking. Now we learn many of them they might be extorted or they might be blackmailed by these wicked people. So I believe in second chance. If people did it wrong, if they're willing to come and repent, they're willing to come back to God and come back to protect our nation, protect our children, and I believe in second chance.
Yeah.
I
Someone said make sure you fight this election thing all the way to the end. Even if you can't win it, fight it so that it helps other people in the future on the
Yes.
elections.
Um,
You got to try to fix this
yes.
because
I
it's
stand.
you're in the most corrupt state for elections. I tell you,
Yes. Yeah. If you ask ID
almost as bad
to
as
vote,
Arizona,
yeah.
New
If you
York,
ask
Arizona.
people for ID in California, you could be prosecuted, and in San
Well, you
Francisco,
can't
you
ask
don't
them
need
for ID
ID to
here in New
vote.
York either.
Exactly. So we learned it already. We have 27 red states and 23 blue states. The blue state people and the cities that run by Kamala Harris, they are no ID states, which means they anybody who are paid to play and paid to vote, it's illegal. But I am also confident that the Trump administration is going to be trickle this down and they will eliminate those dead votes once he is in the administration. I also believe that through this process, more and more people are awakening that we have been controlled by the media control, keep telling lies to us and feeding all those craziness, fake news to
Right.
us. And I hope that God is working on people's heart to have a heart to protect our children, have a heart to protect our freedom,
Agree.
have a heart to protect our free speech.
Agree.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we're getting close on the time, and it's
Thank
only
you.
because of the size of it. That's the
Yes.
only reason. All right. God bless everyone. Good
Thank you.
luck. Hopefully, we'll pull this out, and we'll get those extra senators, and we'll get the House. We have to have the
Yes.
House. We have to
God
fight
bless
like hell.
America and God bless San
I
Francisco.
want
And
you
God
to
bless California, the Golden State.
let us know how your election turns out. They're still counting votes for another 2 months out there, I guess. All right. So,
We should learn from other states. One
have you got any
ID.
returns yet? Any returns on how you're doing, or no?
Oh, like I said, I'm not looking into it now because I am not into the result of what I see because I'm into the process and how they lie to us, so I can learn and share with other people
Oh, okay. So
who
you
are
haven't
willing
learned
to make
anything on the
change.
numbers. It's just
Yeah,
one
because
thing.
we know that it's not election; it's
The
selection.
selection,
They
yeah.
they pick who they wanted to be in the office to corrupt the
Pre-planned, yeah.
system before we even begin.
So was Kami Harris selected, but we outvoted the selection. So,
Well, we know how they corrupt, so we outsmart
yeah.
them. Some of the system, not all the system.
All
Thank
right.
you, America. Thank you, San Francisco, and thank you, California.
Bye-bye. All these
Thank you.
people on Twitter who I can't see right now, but
Well, thank you.
you go over
God
and
bless you.
check your Twitter afterwards because I know there's a lot of people commenting there. Take
All
care.
right, thank you. God
Bye-bye.
bless you all.